how one do you think you did, right?
Well, it was kind of just a joint night out with the band when we like really made it black.
Hey everyone, my name is Kira Lynn and you are watching the New Music Buzz. And right now I am at the Paley Center where I'm about to talk to the cast of Prison Break, which has been resurrected. Let's check it out. Okay, so tell me, Augustus, when the original Prison Break came out, what were you doing? What were your thoughts? And now on the show, 7 years later, give me that backstory.
I mean, I was a fan of the show to begin with. I'd watched all 4 seasons, and then when I found out I could be in this show and I could be Wentworth Miller's cellmate breaking out of the prison, I was like, what?
Like his right-hand man, his bestie.
What's happening with you?
Yeah.
I
caught whatever you were throwing at me, man. I'm feeling you.
got the energy, right? You picked it up. I've become Michael Scofield's bestie. And in the show we're practically brothers, and we have this incredible journey, breaking out of a prison and breaking out of a country that's war torn. You know, the first 4 seasons are so intense, are so incredible, and the 5th season, I can guarantee you, is so much more intense. You will find out things about these characters you never even knew that have existed the entire time. It wraps everything up in the best way ever.
Anticipation. I mean, really.
It's so good.
In a way, you've kind of done a flip. In a way, you've kind of taken. You're kind of Lincoln in a way. On the flip side, and how does that feel as an actor taking on a character like this?
It's a real honor. I mean, there's a lot of pressure because I have literally become the Lincoln character, and then when the Lincoln character actually comes in, there's a lot of tension between our characters because we've created this very tight bond, and it's so interesting how, you know, as actors the relationships that we had on set started to replicate the show. I mean, it's just a really lovely, and when it was such an intense shoot. We were shooting in the middle of the desert for weeks at a time, and it's 100-degree heat every day, 120-degree heat every day. You know, everything is. If we go into a building, it's highly likely that building will blow up behind us, and so it's just everyday stunts. You become so close with everyone. It was a really amazing vibe on set. It really was.
How does it feel knowing that you're going to become a household name after this airs on April 4th? I'm sure you've kind of thought about it, oh well.
I mean, I don't know. I'm trying not to think about it. We'll see.
Well, congratulations. I cannot wait to view it tonight.
Thank you so much.
Knowing that the history of this show and how popular it is, and then stepping into this role of this really fantastic woman.
Thank you. First of all, that's really sweet and nice to hear. It was great. It felt kind of effortless. I got to be surrounded by all these great, incredible, strong men. So all I had to do was just kind of try to keep up with them. And
try. Oh, come on.
They helped a lot. You have a lot more confidence when you have Rock, C-Note, and Link standing right beside you. So I think a lot of the credit should go to them.
When you first read for this part, I mean, did you even have any idea that she's such an integral part from what I've seen so far, into the storyline?
I think that every character is crucial for the show in different ways. I think that Sheba knows the ins and outs of Yemen, and they need to get out of Yemen. So it ended up being a big part of helping the mission. So we got really lucky in that sense, but I think all characters are crucial for the show.
Tell me, what was it like? Because I know that you guys actually shot in Morocco. What was the experience for you?
It was so special for me. My grandparents were born and raised in Marrakesh. And
I did not know that. So that's a perfect question.
Yeah, so it was, it hit home, and I felt very connected to the culture and the place and the people, and I felt really lucky to be able to give those people a voice now more than ever. And I think Fox is really brave to shed light on this very challenging part of the world, and yeah, I felt very lucky.
Especially shining light in this part of the world, especially on a very vocal female character.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I was actually asking someone earlier, how does it feel knowing that walking into a show like this, you are about to become a household name?
Wow. I don't know how to answer that, and I guess I won't really understand until it airs next week. But for now, I'm just happy to be able to tell this story and to get to hopefully touch people's lives and hearts, and that's really all I can hope for. Anything but that is, I don't even know how to even think about that.
Well, next time I see you, I'm going to ask you.
All right, I hope I have a better answer.
We're getting out, and every one of you is crucial to that plan.
It's Michael's handwriting. He's reaching out to us.
24 hours before the blackout. Once the power grid.
This city may not have 24 hours. When those lights go black, we're gonna disappear from this place like ghosts. I think this is a setup. We gotta get out. When in doubt, go old school.
When you got the call saying, you know what, this is going to be resurrected,
Thank you for saying that.
it's being resurrected.
As opposed to reboot, which I don't really like. I call it a rebirth. But yeah, a new life has been brought back into the show, the characters, the storyline.
I want to know, when you actually found out this was happening,
I thought, oh no, really? I got to go through all this again? I thought it was actually, I can't say it was dying down. We go everywhere around the world, and whether I'm on the side of a bus in Nairobi or, fans coming up to me on the Great Wall of China, or it's crazy. It never has died down, and that part of it that's great, because an actor's worth is how many butts can you put in seats, and you know what? Years ago, I had representatives who said, it doesn't matter whether you play the good guy or the bad guy. It's going to get people to know you. Use it right now and go. And I've been able to, springboard into lots and lots of different characters. Last year I played, I think it was 9 or 10 different characters, all in huge profile shows.
congratulations, like Mr. Working Actor.
No, it's great. This doesn't always happen. And then, I added them up, like half of them are really good guys and half of them are not so good guys. So I'm happy. I get to be a chameleon actor.
What can you tell me, because, I've been watching the previews. How has T-Bag grown in 7 years when he finally gets that mysterious envelope that comes his way? Can you tell me that?
I think I'll be very vague about it because I think it's great to just witness it. I did the work, I told the story, and it's out there for everybody to see it and be surprised by it. I think the general thing about him is that, a lot of people in their lives go, I'm tired of being the same old way that I was for years. I'd really like to change. That's the first step. And my wife and I were just guests up at Mandalay Bay, and we went to see Cirque du Soleil's Michael Jackson.
Good show.
And Teddy looked in the mirror. He started by looking in the mirror. And the man that he saw, I imagine he said, I don't like this guy. Now that's a huge order to try to change that kind of person, but that's the quest with this chapter.
Well, when you opened that script, I'm taking it that you were very satisfied with what you read.
They heard me, and they said, "Yeah, we're going to let him change a little bit." And but he's never going to be a goody two shoes. So.
Well, before I let you go, I do have to ask you, since T-Bag has such interesting nickname. Growing up, did you have any friends that had a worse nickname than T-Bag?
No. I don't think. I told this story before, and you may not want to use it because I probably said it years ago, but I didn't know what T-Bag was when I got the part. I was worried that the president of Fox was going to lean forward at the final audition. We call it a test deal. And in my worst nightmare, he was going to say, "So, Robert, how do you think you got the name T-Bag?" And I was ready. I was so ready. I was going to lean forward and say, because I never dip my bag into a cup of water unless it's piping hot.
I'm sorry. That is amazing.
Probably would not have gotten the part if I. It was later that I found out what I meant.
Well,
It's Teddy Bagwell.
yes, because we've got little tiny ears down there who has no idea what's going on.
Teddy Bagwell.
Well, congratulations. I cannot wait to see it tonight.
It's going to be fun.
So I want to know what your reaction was when you got the call that 7 years later you were going to revisit this character for 5th season.
When are they shooting? That's it. That's all you need to know. You tell me that Wentworth's coming back. You tell me that Dominic's coming back, and you tell me that Paul Scheuring is coming back. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. I'll sign up. I'm done. You can pay me in French fries and burgers because I know I'm going to have fun.
Producers, did you hear that? You can pay him in French fries and burgers.
Could have paid me in French fries and burgers. That window's closed.
Well, you're revisiting the character 7 years later. He's done a lot of growing.
Yeah.
When you were reading how he's gone through this transition on the page, what were your thoughts?
I better learn how to speak Arabic. And fast. I'm going to need someone to help me. Yeah.
And what was that experience like for you as an actor having to take that on?
It's pretty scary. It's a different movement of the tongue. Right, but once you commit to the process and you have people that'll help you phonetically and things of that nature, and you understand and know what you're saying, then it becomes fun. You look for the challenge as an artist to do things that's outside of your comfort zone. And although I become a little bit afraid of doing those things, that's what I really want ultimately.
As an actor, you have tons of lines that you have to memorize, but then to flip that switch and have to learn another language and be able to portray that language as if you know it fluently.
This one was easy. Yeah, this part was easy because when you have the lines with another language that you're doing, once you have a little bit of help of getting phonetically down the way to speak the language, if you're memorizing lines that are written poorly, then you're going to have a problem. I wasn't doing that. I was memorizing lines that actually were rich and full, and Paul Scheuring did it. Come on, are you joking me? So, the writers really, really handled us in a graceful way. And so it's really hard to memorize bad writing, period. It's really easy to memorize good writing because it comes from a natural place. So you accompany that with the foreign languages, and it's easy. It's easy at the end of the day.
You've gone on to do other things and amazing things. How have the fans, the fans I'm sure have followed you everywhere, and then knowing that on April 4th, they're going to be able to see you back in this role. How has the response been so far? I know that April 4th is around the corner, but I'm sure you've been getting it.
Bananas, overwhelming, overjoyed. I'm just so happy that people around the world, it's not just, people from my neighborhood who are like, yo, you got a job, you're playing C-Note, this is great. It's literally around the world where people are sending messages and, the Facebooking, Twittering, and, Instagramming, and just really, really happy and excited that the show is coming back, but also C-Note. They have a chance to see C-Note again. So I'm just grateful and humbled by the whole situation. Happy that they asked me to do it. Like I said, I would have done it for free, but that window is closed now.
You would have done it for French fries, everyone.
And burgers.
Well, congratulations on everything. I cannot wait to see the screening tonight.
Yeah. I'm excited because I haven't seen anything. I only seen stuff in dailies and ADR. Yeah.
I've watched every preview, Imagine, and
yeah. I tell you, when the first the first trailer came out to the tune of over 50 million in a very, very short period of time, man, it's powerful.
Okay, so you are an established actor. You're such a recognizable face.
Thank you.
Well, what was it like when you got the call that you were going to come on and take on these shoes of Jacob, the third wheel?
Yes, you're so right. That's exactly what I am. It's a very rare moment when an actor gets called into the office of a showrunner and gets offered a role without having to audition. That's like the dream, And Paul Schering, the creator of Prison Break, called me into his office, and he starts pitching me this season. I know the show, I've watched the show, and now he's telling me about the new mythology, which is that this season is going to be based on Homer's The Odyssey, and it's going to be set in Ithaca, New York, where I'm the professor of game theory at Ithaca University, and I am the new husband of Sarah Tancredi, and I am a part of this primal, incredibly complicated love triangle between her and me and Michael Scofield, the great Michael Scofield. I walked out of the office like, yeah, okay, I think I'll do it. Yeah, I think I'll take it.
I want to know, as an actor, what was that experience like, having the showrunner pitch a character to you, not like auditioning you, like, do you want to do it? Come on.
It was a dream come true. I mean, it should always be like that, right? But it is never like that. So I just took it for all it was worth, and I said, yes, I would be honored, thrilled, and I showed up in Vancouver ready to play. And, it was such a great role. I mean, this part was so much fun to play. At first, my manager who's here, he calls me, he's like, you're gonna be all tatted up, it's gonna be awesome, you're gonna be in the prison. And then it turns out, no, you're here playing the perfect doting husband.
Here, put these glasses on.
Right, exactly. I was like, okay, right.
You do get to kiss Sarah, so that must, just twist your arm.
That definitely softened the blow.
Right.
And the truth is, you don't know where the show is going, but that love triangle becomes very fraught with emotion and tension, and it gets real complicated. So this was a dream role for me, and I'm so glad I got to play it.
You having been a fan, and then taking on this role, I'm sure, fans have reached out to you and have been like talking about it. What has that experience been like? Because you're gaining this whole other fan base.
I got to get on that Twitter. I've been like lax, and it's such a huge following. So I got to get on and see what they say.
2017, dude. Come on.
Yeah, I'm on there, but my following is not exactly very big.
Like, I'll send a tweet every 2 weeks.
That's right.
What's everybody else doing?
Maybe you can teach me the ways of social media, but. The truth is, the following for the show is insane, and I'm just so lucky to benefit. Except for if I'm walking in airports and everyone's like, "You're the guy who took Sarah." That's not going to be fun for me.
Well, get ready. Make sure that you have your helmet.
I might need security walking around with me.
Watch out through LAX, JFK.
Exactly. I hope it's not a problem for me and my 3 children.
My name's Augustus Pruitt.
My name is Rockman Dunbar.
And I'm in Barlavie.
My name is Mark Feuerstein, and you've just been buzzed.
And you have just been buzzed.
Well, it was kind of just a drunk night out with the band, really, really amazing.